it's very light in where you live. It's like the sunlight yet by this time.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes.
really, really clear at this moment.
It's been raining a lot here, but now I saw that the sun is out and there's some clouds and there is how it is. It's already night.
Yeah, it looks like it's 4 p.m. there by the lights, you know.
Well, that's interesting. I thought that everywhere in Brazil it would be the same
No,
thing.
I think that here the day is a little bit longer by
Mm.
the in this period of the year, but like 6:30, it's night already in this period of the
Oh,
year.
okay. I think it's starting to get a little darker at 7 p.m. I think 7-ish.
That's nice. Okay, Barbara, today we are going to talk about the quiet ways we self-sabotage. I chose this topic for us to talk about it because something that I am thinking for a few months, I think, that it's
Okay.
about the how can I say it? I think that is this term. The system beliefs that we have, like the things that we believe that is true because we learn that somehow during as we grow older, because our family, the way that we were raised, or
Yeah.
because of religion, a lot of things. And I was noticing and talk a lot with my therapist about it in the last few months, and I noticed that these mechanisms, they always led us to self-sabotage because it's not necessarily something that it's obvious for us. Sometimes
Mhm.
it's something that it bothers us, but we don't understand why. I don't know if
Yeah.
that happens for you.
No, I can relate a lot. The theme that you chose, it really got my attention because it's something that I do every day. So I also talk a lot about that with my therapist, and it's a progress. It is a very hard process. So I really relate to that.
Yeah, and it's a hard process because it's hard to identify what it's really, catching for us. I don't know if I said this correctly, but what is the problem? Not necessarily the problem, but what is the problem?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's start with the first question. When do you notice yourself creating obstacles right before making progress? How do you
Mhm.
feel this?
Um, when I was thinking about the answer, I think it's when people recognize my work and that my work is good. I do a great job, and they give me some opportunity like promotions and everything. Um, I always started to doubt myself and thinking that I can do it. So, for example, I had the meeting with my mentor here in Talk and Talk, and he said that in a few days I can enjoy the hosts already. And it's very nice. It's very cool. Wow, I was very happy. But then, right before I started to get happy, I was thinking, "Oh my God, I think I can do it." And I always doubt myself when people say, "Oh, you're doing a good job. Let's talk about some promotion or." or let's improve what you're doing or something like that. So that's a problem for me.
Yes, I can relate to that because, and I think that this is related to being hard for us to take compliments for other people.
Yeah,
And I don't know why, but I don't know if you have the feeling that like you said, for example, that you said, I know that I am good in what I do. I know that I'm doing fine, that I am making
yeah,
progress. But if the other person recognize that, why am I doubting myself?
yeah. Wow, that's very hard. And when people come to you and said, "Oh, you're very good. You're doing a great job," or in the kitchen, I did a pasta these days, and it was not the way I wanted. The process of doing it, and they said, "No, but it's very good." I said, "Okay, but it's not the way I wanted." So it's very hard to accept compliments.
Yeah. And why do you think that you have this difficulty of taking receiving compliments for other people?
Um, I think as there's a question and that it's more in the line of that when things go too well, do you stay calm or you create chaos? Nah. Um, I remember something that my therapist said to me. When things are going well and everything is fine, is the way you plan to happen. And I don't stay calm. I create a lot of chaos, a very unnecessary chaos. So when we started to find the source of this kind of thing, I think it's going back to childhood and everything. My father was is a very controlling man, and he used to fight with me and my mother for anything, and it was very hard to live in this environment. And he always um, how can I say it? He cobrava of me uh, perfection on everything that I did. So he died a long time ago, but that kind of thing is still with me. So I think that's it. I think that sometimes it's from back from childhood or when you're a teenager and everything.
Yeah, totally. I remember discussing that with my therapist also, and then I remember that, and I don't know if you have the same feeling because now I truly believe that okay, I think that all of us we have some traumas for the way that we were raised. Okay, we need to deal with that right now. But somehow our parents were trying their best.
Yeah,
I I try to think this, because it's hard sometimes to acknowledge when you grow older that, oh, I think that this thing that that my father used to do results on this. Because when you said about perfectionism, for example, on being, I don't know how to say cobrado also. I'm thinking about being charged, but I think that this is for appeals.
yeah, I think so. It came in my head too.
I'm not sure about this expression. But when I was discussing specifically this scenario that you just described, for example, in your family with my therapist, I remember because she was always asking to me, Because, yeah, do you make, why do you need to make everything perfect? Does perfect exist? It's a fair measure for you on how you do things, on how, how you work.
Yeah.
And I was trying to remember the source of it, and then I remembered that my mother, she was really strict to school, for example. She really wanted that we had really good grades, for example. And for her, that was fair because she was doing a lot of effort uh, for for putting us in a in private school, you know. They
Yeah.
were doing a lot of effort to pay that for us. And the way that she wanted that the feedback that she wanted from us was you need to have good grades. And I don't accept nothing -8. And that was the measure, you know. When I was
Yeah.
a child, I remember that I was really afraid of any test, and then I had a grade that it was -8. I was terrified by that.
Yeah.
And I think that somehow this stayed with me for a long, long, long time. And I don't know for you because it's funny when you have these clicks about memories that you, oh, I think that it was because of this. Of course, that it's a lot of things background when something when we have a click like this.
Yeah.
But when we remember a specific moment that, oh, I think that it was because of this. And I don't know for you, but do you feel that it's easy to change your mind when you recognize the source of the trauma a little bit, or is it still a long process? Because that's something that I don't have an answer.
Yeah. I think that we can uh, try to live with it because, like you said, and this is very true, the that my therapist said to me also. Your parents did everything they could with the sources that they had. So that got me. I started thinking, oh my God, that's true. And they had their own reality about things, and they thought that that was better for you in that time. So I started to let go of those things, and I started to focus on myself. And I think it's something that you live with it, and I think we can find some mechanism to cope with that, but it's very hard. It's a long process. So not for me, not on just on talk and talk, but I am doing uh, uh, how do you say, a course, curso of graphic design that is more specific, and I had to do an illustration, and I'm not very good with those kind of things. And when I started doing it, I thought, oh my God, this I don't think I can do that. This is very hard. I don't know how to draw. And I did it, and I delivered the task, and the professor said, wow, this is one of the best ones I did. I corrigi. And I talked to my friends about it, and one of them said, you see how you are with yourself. So it is. I think today I am a little more good with myself. But when I'm in my 20s, oh my God, I was really harsh with myself, with grades on school, university and those kind of things. But it's a very long process, I think.
Yes. And you said about your 20s, and I think the same. I think that our 20s are wild somehow. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah,
I, I just became 30 this year,
me
and
too.
I oh, so you are a Capricorn too?
Oh, no, no. It was in October, actually.
Oh, okay. So
2025.
Scorpio.
Yeah.
Okay, my husband is a Scorpio. Um, but you were talking about this, and I was looking for the second question that is about how perfectionism show up for you. And and I was thinking about this because I think that the process for me was I think that from my 27 from now, this process of acknowledging some things and realizing that I am too hard on myself sometimes. And just last year, I recognized that I was a perfectionist because I didn't consider myself that. Um, for me, it was um, like I don't know. I think that for me, I always try to do my best in
Yeah.
everything, in more specifically at work, because that's something that I really want to evolve for my career, for other things that I want.
Yeah.
And about work, I was really hard on myself. And I remember one day, it was recent, I went in this spiral again. I think that it was on last month, I think, December. I had this class to do for online master class. Because my work basically is to build the content. I do the content and other person present, for the teacher and other person.
Yeah.
And I needed to build this content, and I wasn't happy about it. I did the content. It was a good presentation. I did the script for the live class, and I wasn't happy about it because I didn't have time to do properly as I wanted, as I
Yeah.
wished. But and then I sent it to my PO, and she said, "Oh yeah, I loved it. I don't have any notes about the class." And I was okay. Let's see with the manager because she was the one that it was giving the master class. And then I don't know, late in the afternoon, the same day that I delivered the task, she sent a message for me. Hi, Agu, how are you doing? I just want to say that I love the class. I'm just doing a little a little changes on the script, but it's great. The whole body it's great for me. And I was okay, so I stressed for nothing because I
Yeah.
stressed a lot for this work, so I stressed for nothing. And now I am feeling frustrated because I was frustrated about something that I didn't need it to be.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I can relate.
And then now, and then this was like, okay, I was thinking that I deliver a shitty work, and it wasn't. It was good for them. It was great, but for me, it was like, okay, that's a good class.
You almost
And
almost talking with them like that's not possible. Look again.
yes, and now that's something that I learned. I don't say no more. I don't say no more that I don't like. That I don't know if I have some doubt what I just did. I'm okay about keeping that down for myself because I know the other person will see that. And if we have some change in the validation process, that's okay because that happens. I won't be perfect in the first time, but and I don't say anymore because sometimes I used to say, "Oh, I think that this class is not too good. Pay attention to what I did." Now I don't say that anymore. I just say that this is the class and that's it. Give the feedback and I do the adjustment necessary. Because I don't know, I think that now I don't try to spend too much time thinking about it, but it's still a process because I don't know if that happens also for you. But something that happens for me about this process when I am doubting too much about things is that I take too long to make a decision. That happens for you too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that I always try to reach the perfect result to something. So, for example, when um, I'm buying something, for example, and I have on my account of Mercado Livre, for example, on the cart, I have a lot of little things that I wanted. Even with that, just listen. And I put it there because I thought it was the best, and it was the best price, the best material, and it's great. But those things are there for almost a week, and I didn't buy it yet because I think I can do better. So even with that, so I sometimes I take too long to reach some decision with things because I need to be sure that what I'm buying, what I'm doing, it's the best decision that I'm making right now, is the best choice that I'm doing, and I can relate to that too.
Yeah. But I think that maybe for buying things, that can be a good strategy because
Yeah,
you will see and then you think that, oh, I don't think that I need that thing anymore, probably.
yeah,
Sometimes that happens also. And then you prevent yourself of buying something that you didn't need it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You're right.
Uh, because I think that it's so easy now to to buy something just just because it's a low price, sometimes because
Yeah,
it's a promotion and you feel that you need to buy that. But I think that you probably have a good strategy. I think that this taking too long to make a decision to buy things is working at your favor, okay?
yeah. Yeah, I think you're right because one of the resolutions of New Year's I did it was to control those kind of things because on the December I buy a lot of things, and Christmas and New Year's and everything, and I decided to take a break from those kind of um, compras with shopping and everything. And I decided to take a break and only buying things that I know that it's necessary for me. And I think this process is helping me because I put it there and on the cart, and I think, no, leave it there. I don't think I need it yet. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying the same now because I think that since 2024, this is a New Year's goal, like, okay, I need to buy less online because sometimes I don't buy something that it's really necessary. And this year, I was looking for sunscreen, and that's something that is necessary, because I use
Yeah.
sunscreen all the time. But I was like, okay, let me see if this price is lower than yesterday. Let me see if I will buy this today.
Yeah.
Let's wait a little bit longer. But in my head it was like it's a necessary product. You need sunscreen. You don't live without it.
Yeah.
But let me see. I think the question number three is a good one to connect with while we are talking. What
Okay.
skills do you use most often when you don't want to face a challenge?
Um, I I think it's the I don't have time one
Mm,
because I actually have a very busy routine with work and the English and the other things that I'm doing simultaneously. But I think I'm not too busy that I can face it. So usually when I thought about this answer, I think it's the I don't have time one because it's more convenient.
yeah, and I think that the it's something that we don't need to explain too much to other person if we are
Yeah.
being, I will say charged because I don't want to I don't want to
I'm going to look it later. I even write it.
yeah, I'm curious. Uh, Let me see. Yeah, yeah, it seems that is the charge, but I don't believe that is that in this context, but it's okay. Um, but I think that it's an easy excuse to not be when other person comes to talk to us to do something. I think that I use the same that I don't have time to do it because when you see overall, you probably won't have time to add another thing, to learn another thing, to make a new course that you sometimes you want to do, but the making the effort of sitting down and learning and being in
Yeah.
this process, studying, for example. And I feel that last year because last year it was really messy for me because I got this job at this new company, and then I spent like the whole year trying to adjust my time to what I need to do at work and what I want to do outside work because we need to do other things. Our life doesn't have to be all about work, but I noticed that I was using this excuse too much because I just got a new job, I don't have time to do other thing. But okay, I need some time to understand my new process of what I needed to do at this company that I am now. And but okay, now that I am more organized and that I feel that I am more mentally ready for, I don't know, start another thing or to continue another thing, because for example, talking talkie was a thing that I don't know, I forget about it like 2 months and then I got back because I was really rusty in my English. And and I was like, oh, I think that I need to change things. I need to change the way that I am thinking and the way that I am expressing, because it's not necessarily because I don't have time, it's because I'm not prioritizing what I
Yeah.
want, what I want to prioritize. Because sometimes something is not a priority also. It's about what I want to prioritize at this moment. And then I was like, okay, I want I found myself at this work. Now what else I want to prioritize? And then I got back again to English. Because I don't know, it's hard sometimes to fit in our routine because I don't know if you feel that, but when something it's not connected to your routine or to something that you do and then you do this thing next already, sometimes it's hard to find this time. For example, sometimes English for me it comes after work, like like for you right now. And that's easy for me because I am already here in my office. I just finished work and then I can connect. It's just another hour that I really enjoy talking to other people. And okay, after this time I finished everything and then I will do my night routine, with my husband, my cats, my house, whatever I need to do. But do you have the same feeling that if you don't connect something to your routine, it's really easy to let go of that?
Yeah. I had the same experience with the course with graphic design because there was a time in the in 2025 that I had to replace the my boss on work in the work because he was on vacation, and it was the worst month that I experienced on the on that year because it was very hard, very stressful. We had a lot of work, and he said to us that it was going to be easy. It was going to be okay, and it was not. So uh, I had to prioritize some stuff. So I had to work, and I needed to reach the goals to the talk and talk, and I couldn't do my course of graphic design, and I let it on the side. So it's very easy that something don't that how can I say it? It's very easy that something just get out of your routine if you don't pay attention to that anymore. And if you leave those stuff aside, it's going to be aside, and you're not going to visit anymore. And I'm like that too. So now I'm doing a routine. This week, for example, I had immersion today, tomorrow, and Thursday. No, today, tomorrow, and Friday. And in between, I'm going to do things of the course, and I'm going to visit my friends and everything. So you had to, for me, I feel what you said. I need to make a routine about things, because if I said, oh my, no, I'm going to see that later, I'm not going to see that later. So I totally relate to that.
Yes. So something that I did this year, it's like because I don't know if that happens for you also, because sometimes for me, I am too 880, because a few years ago, I was really strict with my calendar. I put a lot of things, and I forced myself to complete a lot of things. And
Yeah.
sometimes those things weren't even making sense with my goals, for example.
Mm.
But I have a really strict routine. And then I let go a little bit of it because, okay, I think that I know how my day works, how my week works. When you work from home, your week doesn't change too much, the overall,
Yeah.
besides the specific things that you are doing at work, for example. But overall, what will happen, and sometimes it's the same thing over and over, and that's fine. Um,
Yeah.
but something that I noticed is exactly that oh, I think that I need to put some things on my calendar, otherwise I will never find time to do it. And something that I that I did this year, it was like a little. It's not necessarily on my calendar, but I did this on a notebook, like, oh, I about related to my goals, for example. For example, I want to do this little course about instructional design, and it's just a 30-hour course, really short. Okay, how can I insert that in my routine now? And then I'm trying to do that. And I have a really modest goal on opening this course and doing a few classes twice a week. That's really modest. That's something that I can do. And that's something that I can achieve that I can complete in a month, maybe. And I'm trying to do that in little steps to understand what I can insert in my routine, and if I can put another things, or if this is the way that I need to do. If I want to do another thing, do I need to wait this one to finish, or can I put this on another time during my week? And that's something that I am trying to do, and I am putting like numbers, like I want to do this once a week, I want to do this twice a week. Like sometimes I forget to talk to my parents, and then I put on my notebook, like, talk to my parents at least once a week. That's something that I
Uh,
do.
yeah, I think
Be-
that when a new year starts, we put a lot of pressure on it. And we need to be more kind with ourselves. Like, we know we have those little problems with doing things perfectly and reaching goals and everything. So I think you were very right in what you said, because I think we need to set goals that are realistic. Like, oh, I'm going to do like 4 immersions this week because I can, and I'm going to do 2 days in a week to do the course. Okay, but if you can't do it at least one day, or something happens, and because life happens, and it's okay. And but it's a very difficult process to put in your head it's okay, because
yeah,
there's a little voice inside your head that said no, it's not.
you need to finish it. You
uh,
plan it, now finish it. Yeah.
yeah.
And now I am trying this because of this, because oh, if I can do this thing on this day that I plan, I can move forward. I can try to do on another day, and then I can finish what I planned for that week. But if it doesn't happen, it's okay too, because I used to be really hard on myself when I didn't finish things. Okay, sometimes it's okay to not finish things. I
Yeah.
believe that. But also on the other side, I am the kind of person that likes to finish things.
Yeah. Me
Um,
too.
and I don't know, and when you see how things are going now in the world, how we consume content, how everything needs to be so fast and so short. I think
Yeah.
that being able to finish something, something that it's good now, you know. So
Yeah.
that's something that I want to do for myself, for my attention, for my brain. I know that that's something that demands a little work sometimes, but that's something that's an effort that I want to do. But when you said about life happens, my goal here in Talk and Talk for this year is to be in at least three immersions per week. This one that I do as a host and another two. And sometimes I do this on Mondays because I am a host. And I'm trying to be in others on Wednesday and Thursday. Yeah, these others two days. Because Friday doesn't fit too much my calendar. Saturday, I really enjoy 9 a.m. Immersions with Louise, but she just said to me that she won't be doing that immersion anymore, and I was really sad about it. But that's okay. And then when you said about life happens, for example, I remember that Thursday last week I planned to be in an immersion, but what happens? I was without energy the whole afternoon. So I was like connecting with my phone to finish my work, and the thing is going on and off all the time. And my battery was going low. And then I was okay, today I'm not going to, I will just finish what I need to finish at work with the battery that I have on the laptop and the network that I have with my cell phone, and that's it. And I am finished my day.
I'm going to sleep in a fetal position now. Yeah.
And that's it. And I won't be hard on myself because my house, my city don't have energy, so I can't join the immersion.
Yeah. What I try to do sometimes is like in the talking about the immersions, like I try to compensate. Okay, I'm not doing this one today, but I'm going to look for it for another one now for me to do. Like not going to do the one at 6 p.m. So I'm going to look for some other one on Thursday or Friday or other day. That's so that I already establish a commitment to the task, and it's okay. It's not like I didn't do it. I didn't do it, but I'm going to do it later. So I always try to do this way. Always try to compensate on the time that I decided that I for some reason I can do it.
Yes, because you also somehow you find to put that in your routine on the other day, or you just forget about it and you won't do it. Yeah, that's a strategy that I am trying to, because, for example, Thursday didn't happen, and I was like, okay, I think that Saturday I can be in an immersion, but sometimes Saturday it's a busy day. Cleaning house,
Yeah.
going to buy groceries, this kind of things that consume a lot of time to doing in your house. And I was like, okay, if Saturday will be a more chill day, I can attempt to this immersion 9 a.m. And that's okay. But I was looking here for this other question, Barbara. Question
Okay.
number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That I think that we can connect to what we are talking about. Can staying busy be a way to avoid doing what really matters? When has that happened to you? And I think that we can connect that to taking too long to make a decision. But how that happens for you of, oh, I think that I have a really busy day. I have a lot of things to do, but sometimes you don't have a lot of things to do. How is this feeling for you?
Um, I actually procrastinate a lot when I have really important things that I need to decide, when I need to do something. So I procrastinate. Um, Now I think I'm doing okay. I know I noticed that change lately, and I just get up and I said, okay, now I'm going to do that, and I go over there and I do it. But in a few months, like I don't know how to say it, but sometimes I did it like, oh, I need to do the task of the course, and I said no, I'm going to see a movie. So, and this is important for my future, for my professional life and everything. And there was a lot of times that I did that. So I had something important that I need to concentrate to do or anything. So I make an excuse, not just the I don't have time one, but the one that, oh, I deserve it. I'm going to relax now. The I deserve one is a very bitchy one. And when you work too much, and but it's about being an adult. It's about being an
Yeah,
adult and accepting that, okay, but I need to do that. I can't just stay in the sofa watching TV. You need to do it. But I'm trying to avoid this kind of behavior, but it's very hard.
yeah, it's very hard, and I think that it's hard to find a balance also because, okay, we need to rest, we need to do things that it's not related to necessarily about what we want to develop in our work or in or for educational. Uh, but and sometimes we also feel guilty about resting sometimes because we have this feeling that we always need to be moving somehow. We need to learn something, we need to work on something, we need to have a side project to work on it. And sometimes there is still a lot of our time somehow this uh, this noise on our head. But something and I totally relate to what you said because that happens for me also. And what you said about that's about being an adult, and that's what I'm trying to think now because okay, Iago, you commit to that, you will do that. Of course, you need to have some flexibility. Let's not go crazy about the routine. Let's not go crazy about the things that you need to do, but you have things that you need to do
Yeah.
and things that you want to finish. So let's commit to that. And that's something that I am trying to internalize because it's really easy to just, oh, I will do that later. I will do that on the other day, and the other day never came. And
Yeah,
but but I think that for me now it's the balance, of I need rest, I need I need to have a better life because I don't want to be stressed all the time about the things that I want to do. I need to have time for my hobbies, for example.
yeah,
Um, but I need to finish the things that I committed to start. And that's another thing. And find a balance sometimes it's really hard because and I also believe that it's about understanding that we have some easier days than others. For
yeah,
example, and accepting that this happens. For example, today for me, it is a day that I spent the whole day really sleepy, and I don't know why because I slept well. I started. I have a notebook that I use like a journal, and I write a lot of things on it. And I started my day writing. Oh, I'm feeling really good because I sleep really well. And then 10 a.m. I was writing. Oh, I'm feeling really sleepy right now. I don't know what happened. And that's okay. That happens,
it's Monday.
Yeah, and then in a moment I was feeling guilt because I think that I have to do this at work, but my brain is not moving too fast as I wanted to do to to finish this class. But okay, let's internalize that it's not a really good day. You are not in your best mindset today. That's okay. Tomorrow you can finish, and that's it. But sometimes it's hard. This process of bringing something to the surface is the harder, I believe, because sometimes the thinking just came and then you go down, with that thinking. And this process of coming to of pushing something to the pulling something actually to the surface is the hardest one. But yeah.
Yeah,
Barbara, I don't think that we have time for another question, but I would like to hear from you. How was the conversation? What do you think? What do you feel? I feel that that it was like a therapy session for me.
yeah. No, it's. I really loved it because it's nice to see other people with the same uh, problems that we have. So for me, like I said on the on earlier, I can relate to the self-sabotage. So it was very cool.
That was awesome. It was really good meeting you, Barbara, talking to you. Next week,
Yeah,
I have a topic about goals because that's a thing that we do in the beginning of the year, and I want to
yeah.
discuss about it. If you if you can join me again, it
Oh,
will
good to
be
know.
really good. But it was a big pleasure meeting you and talking to you. I wish a really good week. It's just Monday. We are going to have a really good week.
We are going to make it. It's going to be awesome.
Yes, it's going to be awesome. Thank you so much for being here,
Thank
Barbara.
you. Thank you,
Bye.
Iago.